Good evening, students. Welcome to class 6 IIT of subject physics. Yesterday we have discussed about different types of magnets and properties of magnets, right? So today we will be discussing about magnetic substance, non-magnetic substance, temporary magnets, permanent magnets, magnetic induction, storing of magnets, and some of the important ones of the magnet. Okay. So let us start with the magnetic substance. So what does mean by magnetic substance? The substance which will be attracted by the magnets are called as magnetic substance. For example, if I take iron nail, it will be attracted towards the magnet. Yes or not? So iron is called as a magnetic substance. Take a nickel object, take an object made up of nickel or copper or something other, any other metals, in that which will be attracting towards the magnet are called as magnetic substance, and which do not attract. For example, take a chalk piece. If it attract to the magnet, it will not attract. So this chalk piece is a non-magnetic substance. Okay, the substance which attracts to the magnet is called as magnetic. The substance which do not attract towards the magnet is called as non-magnetic substance, which attracts. Which attracts by magnets. Which do not attract by magnets. Once again, magnetic substance. The substance which are attracted by the magnets are called as magnetic substance. Non-magnetic substance. The substance which do not attract by the magnets are called as non-magnetic substance. For example, if you take a chalk duster and just put a magnet near it, will it attract or not? So it will not attract because this is not a magnetic substance. Okay. Next, take your box which is made up of metal. Okay. It will be attracted towards the magnet because it is a magnetic substance. Okay. And next is temporary magnets. Temporary magnets are nothing but the magnets. These magnets acts as a magnet only for a period of time. After some time, they will be losing their power. They do not have the properties which has a magnet. Okay. Temporary magnets are made with mainly pure iron or soft iron. They are made by pure or soft iron. After some days, after using them repeatedly, they lose its properties. They lose the property of the magnet, these temporary magnets, whereas permanent magnets are very strong when compared to the temporary magnets. They will not be losing their power even we use repeated number of times. These permanent magnets are made by nickel, cobalt and aluminium. Temporary magnets are made from soft iron. The magnets which are made from iron bar are called as temporary magnets, and they are very sensitive. They lose their power very easily. Next is permanent magnets. Permanent magnets are made from cobalt and nickel. Okay. And aluminium. So these permanent magnets are used for industrial purpose. They have a lot of power then when compared to temporary magnets. Next is magnetic induction. Magnetic induction is nothing but the phenomena where a random substance acts as a magnet after attracting the magnet for some time. For example, take a bar magnet. Okay. Take a coin. Okay. First, then don't keep the magnet here. Take a 1 rupee coin. Now attach a safety pin or iron nail for it. Will it attract? This is 1 rupee coin, right? And this is safety pin. Will the coin attract the safety pin? It will not attract because both are magnetic substance but not the magnets. Yes or not? So here, now take a bar magnet. place near the coin, what happens? The coin will be attracted towards the magnet, yes or not? The coin gets attracted towards the magnet. Okay, now take one safety pin, just attach it towards the coin. It gets attracted, yes or not? This pin is not attracted by the magnet, it is attracted by the coin. Though coin is not magnet, it attracts the safety pin. Why? Because this coin acts as a temporary magnet. Why? Because this coin is attracted by the magnets, so some power is gained by the coin from the magnet. So this coin also behaves as a temporary magnet. As it is a magnet, it attracts the safety pin, which is of magnetic substance. This phenomena is called as magnetic induction. The phenomena where a magnetic substance attracts by one or magnetic substance which is connected for the bar magnet. Okay. Next is storing of magnets. See, we use magnets for different purpose. We play with them. Yes. How to store it? Can we throw however we want? Can we place however we want? Can we place anywhere? Can we throw them away? What happens if you throw them away in any manner? See here, storing of magnets are also important to gain the power of the magnet. To maintain the power of the magnet, also storing of magnet plays an important role, because if we throw improperly, the magnets lose its power. But if we make the magnets to store properly, it will be having its power, it will not lose its power. So how to store it? For example, if you want to store 2 bar magnets, normally what we do after playing, or what children will be doing after playing, they just keep the magnets towards each other and they just keep somewhere else. Yes or not? But you should not do in such a way. North, south. So if 2 magnets are taken in this way, you have to place in the middle, you have to place some non-magnetic substance. Non-magnetic substance. Okay. In between both the magnets, you have to place a non-magnetic substance, and the 2 ends of the magnets should be unlike. If this is north, this should be south. If this is south, this should be north. And at the ends of the poles also, you have to place a iron plate or iron substance or magnetic substance. Got it? In between 2 magnets, first thing, they have to be placed unlike. Okay. Next, there should be a non-magnetic substance in between them, and to the ends of each magnet there should be a magnetic substance, that is iron bar or some other magnetic substance. If you store in this way, the magnet will not be lose its property. They can be stored for a long time. If you can't store in this way, the magnet may lose its power. Okay, this is the storing of magnets. So in the horseshoe magnet also, there is no need of placing anything in the middle, but we have to place a magnetic substance towards the ends. Now let us learn some general definitions of the bar magnet. Okay, so these are some of the general terms which include the bar magnet. Next, so what is a pole? Already I have said that magnet has 2 poles. I said that magnet is a bipolar. Okay, so now pole is nothing but end of the bar magnet. Okay, if this is a magnet, there are 2 ends, right? These ends are called as poles. Next, geometric pole is nothing but every magnet has 2 poles. Is there any magnet with 1 pole? There is no, that does not exist. Yes, sir, that is the reason. So geometric pole is nothing but 2 poles which are showing direction. It shows north, it shows south. Yes, sir. This is a north pole, this is a south pole. We just not say 2 poles. We say south poles, like poles or unlike poles. Yes, sir. Like is nothing but Same, unlike means different. How do we mention that like and unlike? So by knowing the directions, we can say north and the south poles. Next is axial line. Axial is nothing but the line passing from middle of the bar magnet in a horizontal way, passing through north and south poles. Okay, the line joining north pole and south pole of a bar magnet is called as magnetic axis or axial line. This line is called as magnetic axis or axial line. Next, okay, next is magnetic equator. Magnetic equator is an assumption like that it is perpendicular to the axial line. Okay, just the line perpendicular to the axial line as well as the bar magnet is called a magnetic equator. This is the axial line, this is a magnetic equator. Equator itself is which divides into two halves. So here this magnetic equator divides the magnet into two halves. So at the center it is called as magnetic equator. Next, geometric equator. Next is geometric length. It is not geometric equator, it is geometric length. So here this is a magnet, right? Okay. As the starting of the magnet and the ending of the magnet. These are the two starting and ending points of the magnet. So the line passing from north to south, the end, totally towards the end. From here to here, it is called as, see, from here to here, it is called as geometric length. Okay. Now from north pole to south pole, the line joining the axial line is called as the geometric length of the magnet. We can easily know it by measuring with the scale also. If this is a magnet, if this is a magnet and if this is a scale, assume if I keep like this, it shows some length, it shows some measurement. Yes or not? That measurement is called as geometric length. Okay. And next is magnetic length. So what is the difference between geometric length and the magnetic length? We will see. Geometric length is from end to end. Yes or not? Whereas magnetic length is from north pole. This is the north pole, right? We have some points here. The end part is called north pole and north pole. In the middle, we have a small place where it is the north pole and it is the south pole. These are the geometric poles. Okay. These are the geometric poles. The distance between two geometric poles of the magnet is called as magnetic length. Okay. Geometric length is from this end to this end. Okay. Whereas magnetic length is from this pole to this pole. The point, distance between two points is called as geometric length. See, we have measured geometrical length by using the scale and the chalk piece, right? We can get it geometrical length. Whereas magnetic length, we can't get it. Okay. As it is inside the magnet, so we had a formula there to find the magnetic length. We had a formula 5/6 into the geometric length of each magnet. To know the magnetic length of this magnet thing, we have to first know the geometrical length. Geometrical length can be measured by the scale. For example, if it is 2 centimeters, geometrical length of this magnet is 2 centimeters. We can write it as 5/6 into 2. Okay, 2 ones are 2 threes are. Right. So what is magnetic length of the bar magnet is we have to divide this. 3 ones are 1.66 centimeters. Okay. Sorry. 1.8 centimeters. 1.6 centimeters. So the magnetic length of the magnet is 1.6 centimeters. Got it? So this is how we have to find the magnetic length of the bar magnet, whose geometrical length is known. Geometrical length can be known by measuring with the scale. Next is magnetic meridian and equatorial meridian. See, this magnet we have kept at some place, right? Now, if we suspend a free magnet, if we suspend a magnet in the air, we suspend it in the air. Okay. Magnetic meridian is just, what is magnetic axis? This is magnetic axis, right? Yes or not? The free line when it is suspended, it will not be in the same way. It will be having some ups and downs when it is suspended freely. Yes or not? The line passing through the magnet to the magnetic meridian, to the magnetic axis, it is called as magnetic meridian. And equatorial meridian is nothing but the line passing the magnetic equator. This is magnetic equator, right? So the line passing to the magnetic equator is called as equatorial meridian. Magnetic meridian is nothing but the line passing to the magnetic axis when it is suspended freely. When it is suspended in the air, the line passing to the magnetic axis is called as magnetic meridian, and when it is passed, the line passing to the equatorial meridian, it is called as equatorial line is called as equatorial meridian. Okay. Next is magnetic field. This is magnet, right? See, if you place a coin here, it attracts. If you place a coin here, it attracts. But if you place here, it attracts. Yes or no? Why it is attracting here? If you place here also, it is attracting. It pulls the object towards itself. It pulls the magnet object towards itself. Yes or not? That means this magnet is having some power. So the force is acting around the magnet. Yes or not? That force, that place where the magnet tends the other objects towards itself is called as magnetic field. Simply the area around the magnet to some extent is called as magnetic field. Thank you. Tomorrow, the remaining topic we will see tomorrow. It's very short. Tomorrow we will even see concept building sheet also. Thank you.